people of the internet, my name is Isley, welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be a little bit different of a video, mainly because pretty much I don't know what I'm doing with my channel anymore, and another reason is because this is genuinely one of the main things that I've been looking forward to doing like for the past 2 weeks when it comes to my channel. I haven't been having many great ideas, and I want to constantly work on putting better and more interesting and more entertaining content that will be, you know, like cool to watch, but also would entertain me while creating it. And this was just the perfect thing. Now, as you can tell from the title, this is a Sims video, which would probably be the last thing that you would expect on this channel, because this is not a gaming channel by default. I have uploaded gaming videos, gaming related videos in the past, like Minecraft stuff, and then like some Agario like way back in the day, but I never intended actually to play Sims on my channel until very recently, because of the announcement that the Cats and Dogs expansion pack for The Sims 4 is going to be released. And actually, I fell in love with Sims 4 mostly because of Dan and Phil and their Sims 4 series on our gaming channel, which I found super entertaining, and it's still one of my favorite things to watch when I'm feeling down or something like that, because it's just super fun. Otherwise, you know, I have played Sims games in the past, like Sims 2 and Sims 3, but I've never like been huge into Sims until I think Phil retweeted on Twitter one day the trailer for Sims 4 Cats and Dogs. Not only was it a cute trailer, but also further down the line, when more things were revealed about the pack, I became fascinated by the Create a Pet tool, which basically, literally, as you can see, lets you paint on the animal with pretty much any color that exists in basically modern computing, you know, like any color that is on the color wheel, you can paint with it on your virtual Sims pet, which for me as an artistic person is always a big giant yes, because honestly, painting on itself is fun, but painting on a 3D object, oh boy, I've never tried that before, genuinely. And I have wanted to try that in the past, but usually, you know, like when you start researching like 3D programs and 3D modeling programs and texturing and stuff like that, it's all really intimidating, and this just seemed like the perfect way to basically get into that world of essentially designing a texture for a beautiful 3D model of a doggo. Of course, you can tell that this tool wasn't like specifically created to like make colorful or rainbow pets or something like that. It was most likely more so with an intention to make your pets in The Sims 4 as realistic as possible. You know, like if you want to recreate your pet and they have unique markings, you can draw them on, you know, even if the presets don't have them. But this and the introduction of Color Wheel to The Sims 4 allows for amazing creativity. And when I discovered that, I was like, holy shit, I want to try this and I want to make videos about it, because this allows for some incredibly creative stuff. And this was just like my second try, like after the initial like playing around and getting to know like how the interface works, like this was my first attempt at, you know, painting something on a Sims 4 pet. And when I was gearing up for the release of the expansion and I was all excited watching all those early access videos, I was like, what would be the first thing that I would try to paint on a pet, aside from literally rainbows and stuff like that, but you know, just for playing around? What would actually be something super artistic that I would love to recreate on a pet? And suddenly, out of nowhere, I was like, what if I try to recreate Van Gogh's Starry Night on a Sims 4 pet? And so there we are. Here we are right now in this video creating this amazingness. This is of course sped up because it took me approximately an hour, you know, a little bit more with the entire, you know, like fiddling with like recording software and stuff like that, and just slowly getting into the swing of things. But other than that, I'm actually really surprised because it took me around the same amount of time as a normal digital painting would. If you have been watching my channel for a while, you know that I used to do lots of like digital paintings, and I still draw frequently, but I just don't draw as many full-fledged paintings to post on YouTube. So this was a really creative way to get back into that. And another cool thing is that I've never actually tried to recreate Van Gogh's Starry Night in any way. Like in art school, there was like a couple of lessons where we were assigned a classical painting and we had to recreate it, but it was mostly portraits and we didn't do any like impressionism or any of that avant-garde stuff. And this, I just love how it turned out. First of all, I picked a beautiful like white fluffy dog with a fluffy curled tail, which I later figure out fits beautifully as the moon in Van Gogh's Starry Night painting. Like, it's not identical, and of course this entire thing is not identical. It's supposed to be like inspired by, as opposed to a direct copy, obviously. But I mean, for my first play around in Sims 4 Cats and Dogs paint mode, I think it's pretty good. And you know, since I've never really actually tried any style like that. Like, my painting style is always very like painterly, and it's not like super blended or modern. Like, I always go for a more painterly look, but I've never actually tried anything like this. And it was new and exciting, and it sparked a whole entire surge of happiness inside me. Like, I was excited to paint again. Well, you know, not that I was not excited before, but definitely, you know, like sometimes your excitement fades, and when something new and innovative comes along, just like this, which also happens to be a game and very user-friendly as opposed to like professional 3D texturing and modeling programs, this was so much fun, and it brought me so much joy that I'm actually really excited to try some more things with this. So if you like this video and if you like what I did there, tell me in the comments, what should I do next? Is there a picture or a painting or maybe a color scheme or a concept that you would want to see a Sims 4 cat or dog painted as or based on? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm actually really excited to hear your feedback and suggestions and stuff like that, because once again, this is something that is entirely new, and so far in my suggested videos, which YouTube does wonderfully, among all the Sims 4 Cats and Dogs videos, I haven't really seen anything like this. So yeah, once again, I hope you enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed making this. This was a blast. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. I love you guys. Bye. Mwah!